Michael's gonna say.
Well, double leg, man.
Yeah.
Double leg takedown.
And where's the
Old
head go,
Reliable.
Michael?
Head goes up. Up into the middle. And old reliable is what that is for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I saw a video, and they were putting the head on the outside, but they were taking that takedown. The head wasn't going towards the other person; it was going away from the other person.
And they were trying to dump them
Yeah.
to that side. Yeah, to me, that's there's a time and a place to do it. There's a way you can finish your double leg by dumping them towards the head side. But if you go and try and intend to every time, like I got a kid in my kids' class who got a bad habit of that. He hits a nice double leg and then he tries to dump them to the left, but he tries to force it, right? You can only do that if they're sprawling in a way that gives it to you, right? Normally you want to go around the corner, up and around the corner, of course.
So why do you like the double leg so much?
Because I pounded out 10,000 reps of that when I was, from the time I was in 7th grade till the time I was a senior in high school.
Yeah.
That's why I love it, because it's super reliable, the same way a good friend is reliable.
That's a lot of reps, though.
It's a lot of reps, man, yeah. And that's what it takes. And that's why whenever people come, start jiu-jitsu later in life and then say, I want to get good at that wrestling stuff, it's like, man, you better devote some serious time to it, because the reason why you see a guy with a good double leg is usually because he wrestled after school, for the entire season, and in some cases even more, from the 7th grade to his senior year.
Yeah.
So that's why it's good for me. If you're not a wrestler, right, I find, first of all, get good at pulling guard, right? But then, of course, there's the argument, but you don't want to pull guard in a real fight, blah, blah. Well, then don't get in real fights. Okay, don't start them, don't initiate them, and that way you'll always end up being the attacked one. And if you got to use your guard, right, or get good hands. But wrestling is tough to learn later. It really is. So collar drags, or single legs. Single legs, like honestly, statistically, they work better in the higher and more advanced realms, right? Like 7th and 8th grade wrestling, double legs are money. In high school, it becomes more single legs. So I would suggest, and the learning curve is easier. Yeah. It's less impact on your body going for singles than doubles. Yeah. I would say if you want a wrestling move and you never wrestled, get good at single legs, man.
We've talked about this a little bit in the past. There was a guy who did stats on everything. He found out white belt double legs were gold, but then into blue belt and after blue belt, it was the single legs and the trips that did.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Make sure you guys are liking, following, doing all the button things. Hit like. We're trying to get to 5.
What was the easiest one for you? Like, what's your takedown? Because you didn't wrestle.
No.
So what's your takedown?
But honestly, dude, my takedown suck.
Well, and if you say guard pulling, yes, that's the correct answer. Good. I'm glad you said that because it's jiu-jitsu, right? Yeah. But if you wanted to be on top, what would you think to do a double, single, throw? Would you try to clinch you up and throw them?
When I was in tournament, I went for a double.
You went for double.
Yeah,
So that was
and it worked both times, but
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's.
I don't have a favorite one. I don't like them. I'm not good at them, so right. I'd rather just pull guard.
Yeah, pull guard and then pound out reps of it while you're just getting your guard lights out. You keep on the side working your takedowns, and eventually you get there. You'll get there, man.
Marcus says, on the double leg point, to you emphasis not landing in somebody's guard.
Oh, good call.
Just getting the fight to the ground. Obviously, in a perfect world, you win. So the guard, when there's punches involved, is a good position. And
arguably, if you're Tito Ortiz, right? There's guys that made a career out of staying in your guard and beating the crap out of you.
And if we're talking about a fight scenario, most people aren't going to have a guard.
They're not going to have a guard, right? No, but if you're talking about training grappling, he's 1,000% right. Yeah. And I always emphasize that. In fact, I always tell people, once you get in on the legs, okay, and you haven't finished your double leg yet, you're already thinking guard pass. You're already thinking passing away from my head, ending up in side control or top half guard. He's 100% right, man. And especially if you feel like the person didn't mind that you taking him down, right? Like if you shoot in on a guy and he's like, yeah, let's go. You best be passing that guard because there's some confidence there for a reason probably.
When they jump the legs around you as you're...
Right. No, yeah. If they really want it, yeah, then you probably don't want to be in the guard. But in general, I don't think I could do a double leg without passing the guard because I've trained myself so much since I started jiu-jitsu that guards are like being mounted. Being in somebody's full closed guard is an upside down mount.